Joining us now is Lawren Bennett, and she is with the Hippie Joey Company. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Fabulous. I'm actually wearing a Hippie
Yeah,
Joey. I love
I
this.
know.
It's
I
so
know. Well, I figured
wonderful.
if I couldn't come to New York and hug you myself, so we figured we'd send Joey to do it for us. So,
I'm so excited. And it is, it feels so amazing. It's so luxurious. It's just so, mm. So you own an ethical company. How did Hippie Joey start?
yeah. So I think that, as is the story for so many other inventor entrepreneurs, it really just began with solving my own problem. And I was a busy mom of four, and I had used baby wearing as a way to help me get through my day to day and support me in taking care of all the kiddos. But I really had just tired of the options that I had, and they were either becoming too cumbersome or too bulky or too restrictive and causing pain and discomfort. And I found myself reaching for them less and less, and just realized that there has to be a better way. There just had to be a better solution, something softer, faster, simpler. And so, I really I knew in my mind what I wanted. I knew what product I was really hoping for, and had kind of started searching and Googling and looking for it, and just could not find anything that matched really what was in my head. And so one day I made it. and so and it was magical. It was everything that I needed and more in the product. And it was soft, and it was instant, and it was fast, and it was supportive. And my baby actually loved being in it, which he had started refusing everything else that I had. And so I enjoyed it, he enjoyed it. And it was like the more I used it, the more in awe I was of it as a product. And the more I realized that I started wishing that I had had it for all my other babies. And that was what had been missing from my motherhood experience. And so I just set out on a mission to share it with moms and fellow parents everywhere.
So Lauren, it is very supple, luxurious. It's so what it does is it kind of like embraces your child with you, almost like a hug, correct?
It is, yeah, it really does. It feels much more like a hug, and that's on a lot of my messaging and in a lot of the and our branding, is that it feels much more like a hug. It's much more natural. It's supporting all of your natural positions that moms are doing, from a hip carry to front carry and dropping into a nursing position, and is really able to adjust and adapt and kind of hug and just support you in a way that feels much more comfortable and much more natural. And I think that's where a lot of babies who have rejected a lot of typical carriers that feel really restrictive, and they feel kind of locked into that position of being stuck with legs, and it doesn't feel very much like just being held by mom. And this really is the difference. It feels much more natural, much more just like being held by a parent. And I think that's been a big winner for so many moms, and for so much positive feedback.
And you have had extraordinary positive feedback. So you started your company, right?
Yeah.
And then it had tremendous growth. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah. So it's been a ride. It's been a wild ride. But I started out in 2018 with the idea, and then as we decided that we were going to expand, and or start sharing it as an actual product, we found out there were some challenges with sizing it and making that magic work that had worked for me to make work for so many other different size bodies. And we realized how important that sizing was, and how important the consistency was. And so yeah, we decided to kind of keep it in-house, where we could really control the consistency and the perfection of like the stitch and all of those things, to make sure we were giving the safest and most comfortable fit for moms. But that was a very kind of slow production process. And so we ended up having last year we had a birthday party. We do our Joey's annual birthday party event that we've done, that each year has given significant growth. But we had that coupled along with a viral video that was featuring Joey. And those two things together really brought a lot of attention and brought a really high increased demand very quickly. So It was rapid growth. It was into hiring and training and getting into a production facility and really being able to try to keep up with the demand, and for all of these mommies that were very excited to get to get their Joeys. So yeah, as you can see here, we're here in our production facility, and yeah, it's been a lot of really fast growth and a lot of just excitement and yeah, excitement to see how many people are truly in love with this product. So
Now, how do you help them size to get that womb-like fit? What does the consumer need to engage in? What's the process like, Lauren?
yeah, so it really, we've gotten a lot of people that are very intimidated by the sizing, but it's really just boils down to one measurement, and they're taking a measurement that goes from their upper shoulder and across their, breast area and up around. And we actually encourage that they just take a photo of them taking their measurement, and then it's our team really focuses in and hones in on finding that perfect fit and finding the perfect size for each individual. And so I think that's an extra step and an extra thing to really just to make sure that it's right the first time. But when it's being made here individually for you, it's really important that we do it right the first time, and that not only is it comfortable for them, but that like I mentioned before, that it is a safe fit for the baby, that it is snug and going to keep them securely in place, but also going to help keep their hips in the appropriate position to avoid things like hip dysplasia and things like that. That's really important. So not only do we kind of really assist with making sure that they are in the right size on our side with our sizing team, but our production team, but then also afterward, we have our gurus that are assigned to really assist the moms all the way through their Joey journey. So at any point that they're concerned about the fit of their Joey, they can take a picture in the mirror and pass it along to the gurus, Guroo, like a roo, but they can pass it along to the gurus, and they can get really lots of support and feedback and proper positioning to make sure that baby looks safe and supported and in a good spot. So yeah.
And it's nice too because you can, as a, you can wear it as an accessory, right? So you
Yeah.
can, it's,
Yes.
you can wear it, and then the second you need it, it's kind of with you. You just switch it up, and then I remember holding my babies, like you were talking about, Lauren, and I would put my hip out all the way out, and this just gives
Yes.
you. It gives, not only does it support the baby, but it kind of supports the person in, that's using it, that's using the Hippie Joey,
Yes.
right? It also
Yes.
gives you like a
Yeah.
nice support as well, like between, like, I
Yeah.
guess the posture wise, it's helpful with all of that. So, and that's really
Yeah.
important, I think, too.
It is, yeah, and I mentioned experiencing pain and discomfort, and really another amazing bonus that came with Joey was that because of the instant adaptation of the fabric, the way that it instantly sort of adjusts and supports you, I experienced a reduction in all of my related baby carrying pain. I had less neck pain and less back pain, and it was not only that was the fabric just stretching and instantly adjusting to what I needed to do and hugging and supporting the baby just properly, but you also can maintain a bit of your natural motion that you can in some structured carriers. So many of them, you're kind of stuck, or you have a band kind of cutting off circulation around your stomach area. And with the Joey, you can maintain a bit of natural position changes, and you can take the baby from a hip carry to a front carry within instant, within a couple
Yes.
seconds, instead of having to adjust and fiddle and mess with the ring and rechange everything just to make a small shift or adjustment in weight. So just even moms being able to switch sides helps to balance the muscles and helps to alleviate a lot of that discomfort that people feel with a lot of traditional baby carriers.
Lauren, I want to thank you for being a guest. One of the other things I just want to mention
Yeah.
before we wrap up is that paying it forward with charities and all the wonderful things that you're doing in the community. It's admirable what it is that you're doing. I
Aw.
just, before we wrap up, I just wanted you to touch upon that. Why is it that you so want to change the world and that you so want to give back?
Yeah, so I had actually left a career in aviation to stay home with my kids and homeschool them. And this decision to come back into a bit of a work field or into something, I didn't take lightly. And I felt like if I was going to do it, it was going to be for a product that I really truly believed in and I really was passionate about. And I wanted it to be a business that I felt like could change the world, something that would make the world a better place. And I felt like otherwise, what's the point? Like I'd rather just be with my babies, and I don't want to go into all of that comes with having a business. And so at the very beginning, I said, I want it to be ethical. I want it to be everything that I want to be proud that it's a product that I would be proud to put my baby into. And that also it did all of the right things that you would want in a dream business, which like earth friendly choices and high quality fabrics and being able to give back to the things that really meant so much to me. So we knew that was a big part of the company moving into it, and even just supporting moms, and a lot of our messaging is very much positivity and very much that moms are seen and understood and supported. So yeah, there's a lot of little details in there that are just trying to make the world a better place and just have a product that does good. So we've been able to do stuff for foster babies. Specifically, we have our Joey Fosters Love program where we're able to provide Joeys to foster babies who are in need of even more love and snuggles and attention. So, and to be able to support those foster parents that are in a lot of times in a financial burden of what they take on. So that's one small thing kind of we've been able to participate in, along with a lot more. So, but yeah, it's been, it makes it all worth it. It makes it worth the effort when you feel like what you're doing is changing the world and is making things better. So
Well, thank you, Lauren, and happy hippie Joey vibes to you, right? With
thank
passion
you.
and love. I thank you so much. It also, even though it has to be a custom fit, it would make a great gift. So somebody could call and just
Yes.
say, hey, I would like to gift this, and then they could follow up for more information. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, yes, and I do want to add that be sure that it's only on our official website. So
Yes.
hippiejoey.com is the only place to get Joeys, and there have been a lot of trickery, a lot of things going on with people trying to kind of make copycats and stuff that can be very unsafe. So hippiejoey.com is the only place to get an official Joey, and for gifting, gift cards are 100% the way to go. So
Lovely. Thank you so much. Happy journeys to you and
hey,
your whole family.
thank
Okay. Be
you.
well,
You
Lauren.
too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Donna.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye.